All right. We are here one weekend to Echo's board and train. And pretty much all I'm going to do is show you what she has been doing so far. So a lot of what we've been doing has been just working on engagement. Yes. And also starting to build her on her basic obedience and her communication, right? So the first thing that we teach is going to be our reward marker. So she gives me that eye contact and engagement. Yes means that whatever you're doing, you're getting rewarded for, right? So every time I say YES, that means that you are getting a treat. So first thing that we built was that marker. So she looks at me. I even give her a little help. Oh, that's not what I want. Yes, gets rewarded, right? So through conditioning, she'll learn that, and you'll see that she's learned what that word means, because whenever we do any type of obedience, when she does it right, I'll say it and she'll come out of whatever I asked her to do to come get that reward from me, right? Yes. So then we go into our regular obedience, right? So we've gone over a few things. We've gone over our sits, our downs, our place, threshold, and walking on leash, and recall. So it's a lot at one time, but when we have proper communication, it's not so hard. So we're going to pretty much go through the entire session. So this is going to be her first session for the day. So she's kind of ready to go, and we're going to I'm going to pretty much just go through a regular session with her, and you'll be able to see how she does. So we'll start off with her place, right? So we'll take her to the place, tell her, she gets on, beautiful, she settles in, yes. I give her the correct reward marker, she gets to come off. Again, Echo place. Notice that I'm not putting any pressure on the leash yet, right? So the pressure on the leash, yes, is something that we've also taught as well. So I'm making my leash tight. I'll only make my leash tight when I want her to do something. So that's another form of communication that we've gone through called negative reinforcement. I'll put pressure on, and the way that she takes the pressure off is to do what I asked her, right? So perfect example, Echo place, pressure's on, she does it, she didn't do it, pressure's still on, pressure's off, right? Yes, so I rose my hand to exaggerate it a lot so you can see that that's what I'm doing. So another example, Echo place, pressure on, take her to it. She gets on, sees as soon as she got on, I turned that pressure off. Yes, reward her off. There we go, good girl. Beautiful. So we only do a couple reps of that. Because she's so young, her sessions are pretty short, and we're not necessarily working with any type of behavioral issues. So a lot of it's going to be just getting those reps in. So now we'll go on to it. She's looking at a ball that's sitting right there. So now we're going to our SITs. Sit. Yes. Beautiful. Good girl. So now what I'm looking for in those sits, because she kind of already came sitting. When she's engaged with you, she sits naturally. So what I want is to push her a little bit, right? So sit. I guide her into that sit. And I start putting distance on it, right? So she's trying to offer me a down instead. I put the pressure on. Got her back up. Sit. Good girl. Pressure off. She gives me what I want. Put some distance. So we're going to work on some more, a sit stay. Good. So now that good marker means that I like what you're doing. Keep doing it. She goes back into a down. Sit. Bring her back up. No big deal. Put distance. Give it a couple seconds. Walk back in. Good. I like what you're doing. Keep doing it. Walk back out. Walk back in. Good. And I'm not giving her a reward here. I'm just letting her lick the treat in my hand. Yes. Beautiful. Good girl. So that's pretty much what we're repping normally. And then I'll still get some normal reps in of her just getting that sit to give her easy wins, right? So, Echo. Sit. Yes. Right? Just easy wins to keep her engaged with me. Because you want to keep it fun, right? Sit. Yes. And notice that when I'm telling her to do something, I speak before I move my hand. So I want her to sit. I'll say sit, then lift. Yes, then reward. Good girl. Next, we'll go into our downs, right? So this was new for her. So we're still heavily influencing her movement with our lure. That's what's called This right here is our lure. So now we'll go down. Yes, good girl. Same exact thing that I did with the sit, except instead of going up, I'm going down now. Get her attention, keep her attention. Tell her, down, bring it. Yes, down, good girl. So she is fully capable of doing this without a lure. So for example, I'll take it away. Echo down. Yep, of course. Echo down. It just takes her a little longer. Down. And if she doesn't do it when she's asked, good, yes. When she doesn't do it when she's asked, then all we'll do is the same thing we did with the place, is give that leash pressure. So here goes an example of that. I kind of step on the leash and put slight pressure on it. So I'm not stomping, I'm not yanking her neck down, but I'm putting pressure on it with the step. So echo down, slight pressure down, right? Yes. So notice I didn't yank her neck down. I'm not snatching her down. I'm not slamming her at all, right? So because when we put too much pressure on her, we run the risk of flattening out her personality, and we do not want that. Down. And we also have been working on a little bit of duration. So moving the hand away, standing straight up. Yes. And what I looked for right there was just her, instead of looking at my hand where she knows where the food is, she's looking at me. Down. Good girl. Good. Yes. So I literally just waited until she looked at me. All right. Some good reps there. Next thing is going to be some recalls. So my recalls are I'm pretty picky about how my recalls are. So yes, I want the dog to come back to me, but I don't consider a recall complete until they sit in front of me close enough for me to be able to touch their collar, right? So for instance, she's over here. I'll go echo come, pressure on, bring her all the way in. She sits close enough for me to touch. Yes, reward, right? So I don't want her to just come up to me and she's out of reach, because that's technically she didn't come to me, right? Echo come. Good. Oh, someone's yawning. Yes, good girl. Super. Walk her around, let her get distracted. Echo come. Reel her in. She sits. Yes. So you've noticed we've done a lot of work with that auto sit as well. So I want her to walk up to me, and she should know to sit in front of me before she gets that reward. So I notice that I'm not telling her to sit. I'm just telling her, echo come. Yes, and she's knowing that I have to sit to finish that recall, all right? Let's get her one more. Echo come. Pressure, pressure. Get her attention. Yes, reward. All right, so the next thing is to prepare her for her loose leash walking, all right? So that's just simply getting her into the position of where I want her to be. Oh, somebody's tired. So this is what I'm saying. The sessions are pretty short because she is a young dog she's a young dog at the end of the day, right? So come on, good girl. So all I'm doing is get her attention again. Tell her heel, and then I'm bringing her around, flipping her, say heel into a sit. Yes, right? So she's crooked. I don't necessarily mind that. All I want right now is to her to be exactly on my left side. Heel. There you go. Yes. And her licking that treat out of my hand, looking straight up, is what I'm looking for. Heel. Yes. Right? Now, why are we working just that part, right? The reason why we're working that part specifically is because we want her to get to the point where heel, she becomes glued to my hand almost, right? So now I can go like this, right? And she's walking with me. Good girl. Staying with me the entire time. Yes. Good. Good mama. And that's how we work on the not pulling on the leash so much. So she is currently going through a fear period, meaning that she has a lot of stranger danger. So people, things, loud noises, everything kind of, it startles her, kind of, I guess you can say, but she's also very curious. And the way that Corsos express this is by barking, lunging, growling, because they are naturally defensive dogs, right? So what we have to do with that is just to keep her socialized, meaning that we take her out to many different places. Socialized does not mean playing with other dogs, does not mean being pet by other people. It means just being out and about. So someone just started a lawnmower, and that body language is right there. That's what I'm talking about. Good girl. So all we're doing is try to get her attention out of that. And this is what we do when we just go, when you guys take her anywhere, right? So while she's still a puppy, because she's only going to be about 6 months or so, when you get her back, we're taking her everywhere, and we're just doing this the entire time, right? Walking her through things. Home Depot is a beautiful place to do this. We did this at the CPR certification class, and I had her sit on place for the whole 8 or 9 hours for the most part. When we took breaks to let her use the restroom, and then we took a training break as well. Yes. But for the most part, it was just her having to deal with being around people, being around loud noises, being around people moving around, doing CPR on stuffed animals, new things that she will never have noticed. Good girl. So she's kind of burning out a little bit, and that's fine for a puppy. Come on, place. Good girl. Yes. But that's currently what we're working on, is just building that foundation, right? So she's super young. I don't necessarily like to put too much pressure on young dogs, right? So I don't have any expectations. I just want her to understand what is going to get her rewarded. That's all I care about. I don't care about a perfect focus heel. I don't care about any of that. I'm more worried about her learning and her being a puppy, right? So at the end of every lesson that we do, we play ball, right? So she may or may not want to play ball. Usually she does. Good girl. Right? And we kind of just let her take the ball. She likes to run around with it a lot. And that's how we end our sessions. I'll chase her around and stuff like that. But that is her full session for the most part. If you guys... she just dropped the ball in some poop. Ah, nasty. If you guys have any questions, please shoot me a message and ask them. I'll be more than happy to answer them. But yeah, that was a recap of what Echo has been working on in her first week of her board and train.